has been turning into something kind of I don't know what's going on in the year, guys. Honestly, I feel like this month has been one of the worst months I've ever experienced my entire life. Honestly, you know what it is though? I feel like I don't know if you guys have those like videos pop up on your For You page on Facebook or Insta or even TikTok. Like, oh, like this post and you'll have like the good luck like in the next 14 days or all of month of August. Bitch, why was I the first one to be retweeting, fucking reposting, liking, amen, 1111 on that shit? I feel like that shit got me. I feel like that was like a vortex of the bad of the omens, of the bad omens. I think in here in the house, it's fucking. I don't know what it is though. Like it's 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 a fucking crazy month, guys. Like honestly, like I started off the month good with Lollapalooza, chain smokers, what's up? Um, on whatever. But after that, it's just been like a downhill. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know. Oh, by the way, guys, no, let me just say this. I weighed myself today and I lost like 15 pounds in the last 2 weeks. What? I mean, that's the only thing I could just say like that's been happening really on the positive note. Cause work has been okay, but oh my god, I don't know what has been going on either. It's just like I don't know. Well, especially with me, like my attitude has been changed. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I talked about this on previous podcasts, about like working and stuff like that. Like to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I don't know, like, I don't have the energy, I don't have, like, the motivation, I don't have, like, that spark I had before to even, work, like well, I mean, to work, yeah, but where I'm at right now, it's just, like, sometimes I just don't care anymore, like, somebody even told me that, like, "Oh, you're just bored now." I mean, yeah, I am bored, I mean, I can't be bored with, like, all this, things we need to do, but it's just been chaotic and it's just been I don't know, like I've been feeling kind of like not myself and I don't know what's been going on, and it comes to a point where in my life like I feel like this is what I experienced back 10 years ago when I was 29 turning 30. Other than 29 me being the best year cuz I was like losing weight left and right, but um But, I experienced going in my 30s like a new different feeling, but now 10 years later, going into my 40s in a few months, it's just been like, fuck, like, who am I? Where do I go? Like, what's happening? Like, who am I as a person? Am I, like, it's just, I'm really in limbo again when it comes to like what's going on in life. But I do want to say there's some positivity, like when it comes to stuff and regardless. And I want everyone to listen. And when I mean everyone, I mean everyone, even the outsiders. You know who you are because you're the one steering all this shit. Oh, whatever. We'll get into that sometimes. It's another episode. But I want to say this, regardless of what the fuck is happening in the world or even in my life, my personal life or my social life or whatever is happening, it's just temporary. It's not you're just having a bad day, not a bad life. You're I'm just having we're just having a bad day, not a bad life. Things will get better. And, when people used to tell me that, like, hey, like, oh, my life this, or, oh, I don't think like my life is going to go anywhere. It's just like, okay, I get it when I know, I completely understand when people feel like they're like, they have no idea what's going to happen and they're just kind of like depressed and, they have like that negativity in their head that nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to prevail. Everything will prevail. Everything will come full circle. You will be okay. And I feel like, I don't know who told me this. I want to say my mother or maybe I read it in a book or maybe even a movie, but somebody said that, God, um, you know what, to be honest, it's probably like one of those Twitter little posts. But anyways, God gives you these battles, these tough times to see how you will react and how will you, how will you, deal with stuff like this. God, I know you're disappointed in me, honestly, because sometimes some of the things that that you throw at me, and oh my God, let me just say this. I am kind of selfish when it comes to a lot of things. And I feel like I don't understand people's other perspectives, or they don't like, or I don't, it's not that I don't like look at it. I feel like I just don't care. And that's a bad thing. And I'm not saying I don't care, but that's just me. Like sometimes it just, whatever, something I'm going to work on. Like I don't understand what other people are going through because it's just me, me, and me. Like everything's all about me, all about Eve. Like it's pretty much that's how I always take it. That's how I always take it, and that's how I pretty much how I always like envision and whatever. But there's a lot of people going through the same thing we're going through, and I need to realize that not everything is about me. And if you know me, you're like, oh my God, come on, like everything you think everything's about you. I'm like, yeah, I do think everything's about me because it's always like my way or the highway. Like you gotta make yourself the main character somehow. But it comes to the point where it's just like, okay, you're taking it a little too far. You need to calm the fuck down because people really do hate you. And I always say, if I was back in 10 years ago, I would have been like, oh, no, 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 no. I'll be crying because people hate me. At this point in my age, like, if whoever hates me. And I really don't care if you like me or not, honestly. And, sometimes, I do have a habit of like hurting people that I don't mean to be hurting. And I do want to apologize to no, this is the real apology, not like that fake apology I sent on the beginning of the season. But sorry. I do want to apologize to a lot of people because like I don't mean like okay, everything that I say in my stories and is okay. This, this is podcast. This podcast is problematic. The problematic pod is my podcast. And this is like my diary. So I say things that are happening to me, some things that happen to me, funny stories, bad stories, all that. I'm trying to find an audience who can relate to what I go through. Now there can be some scenarios and I do expose a little bit too much, but there are scenarios that maybe I'm like, you know what, you can cut that out. You don't need to put that in the pod regardless of how mad you are or whatever. But there are some situations where I do want to talk about some things that I need to like not even mention or whatever. But I do overshare and I do say things that sometimes at that moment I am so angry. Oh, first of all, I feel the people judging me right now, like, oh, rolling your eye. I see you rolling your eyes. But I'm just saying is that like, who the fuck hasn't said some shit when they're fucking angry? Half the time when we're arguing or whatever, I know for a fact not all of y'all are perfect, okay? I'm talking to all of you guys. Not all of you guys are perfect. All the outsiders, all the outside world, people that listen, people who know me or whatever, don't act like you're so fucking perfect. Don't act like you are the holier than God, the real God, Jesus Christ. May I add? May I add, the real God is Jesus Christ. Because we're Catholic over here. Just need to put that out. But anyways, like, don't act like you guys are so perfect and blah blah blah. No, your life is not all perfect. Who doesn't have like stories like if you're happy, if your life is happy 24 fucking 7, no issues and nothing, you're lying to your fucking self. That means you're just brushing shit under the fucking rug and not you're really exposing the real issues at hand. I'm just saying. It's pretty much it will be like that. Like no one's life is perfect. Now we can have a good week, I mean, you know what? All right, cool. But we can have another week. It's like, holy fuck. Or we could have like a good month. Like, you know what? July wasn't so bad. But then August, what the fuck is happening? But at the end of the day, no matter what the fuck is happening, not or what the fuck is like been saying or whatever, things will get better. Okay, things will get better. we will get better regardless of what the fuck is happening in the world. And if you let some motherfuckers from the outside world out, like tell you how to feel or judging you for this and that and what the fuck, whatever. No, because and once upon a time, you guys were doing the same shit too. The same shit too. So just because now we're doing something like that or we're asking for help doesn't mean anything. Who, you know what? Asking for help is not that bad. You know, sometimes like I know for a fact if I need some help. Okay. I want to give a shout out to what did I call him on the podcast? It was the How to Lose a Guy in 3 days. No, How to Lose Three Guys in 10 days. Um, I wanna say Larry. Larry, like, honestly, shout out to Larry. Larry helped me out. I was short on cash for the week, and I'm like, "You know what? I'm fucking hungry. I really want something." I had, like, maybe, like, $2 or $5. I'm like, "That's not gonna be enough." And I reached out and I told him, like, this and that. Like, "Oh, I'm hungry, blah, blah, blah." And, he like, "Oh, do you want me to send you?" I'm like at first, I'm like, "Fuck, I feel very bad about this." Um, but he sent me money to eat for the day. Actually, no, honestly, I ate for like maybe 2.5 days. So thank you, Larry, and I paid him back. It was fine, but it's times like that when like, you're asking for help, and they help you. It's just like some people feel like, oh, I don't want to ask for help or whatever. But sometimes it's not bad to ask for help, and I was like, you know what, I'm on my last $5. I need some money, but Larry really came through, and he really gave me some money so I can like eat and stuff. Actually, I took an Uber home too. But thank you so much, Larry, and I appreciate for that. That's pretty much that's the kindness of the world. Like you might think it's like nothing, but that was really a good a gesture. Like thank you for helping me out in my time of need. But and all my other coworkers too. Like I'd be chilling and they just bringing back a little snacky or like a little drink or whatever. And when I say drink, sugar free. Yes, I'm still doing sugar free stuff. Like right now, I'm drinking sugar free Canada Dry ginger ale. You know, so I needed something to drink. While I'm here, might have a little extra something in there, but shh, don't tell nobody. But anyways, guys, hey guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to a brand new episode of the Problematic Podcast. This podcast is problematic. And I'm your host, Archie. How are we doing, guys? How's everyone doing actually? Write in the comments or, send me a tweet or a Snapchat. Like how is everyone doing? I'm gonna take it to I'm gonna be at that point where I'm gonna be asking like everyone, like not just me, I'm trying to be less selfish or whatever, but like how is everyone doing? And and if you guys hear me differently, it's because I have, oh my God, hold on. I have a new microphone. ASMR. Oh, what the fuck was Um, but I'm glad. Oh no, I'm glad. I'm hope and I'm glad if everyone's okay. Hope, everyone is fine. It is Saturday and I am chilling in my garage having a great old time. And I just wanted to sit down and just like talk. And yeah, like just talk about where am I in life right now. And I pretty much just like explained it all in the intro where I'm at right now in life. Or or like it just like I keep saying this. It's just like, I don't even know what I mean. No, I know what I mean. But like pretty much like if You know, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm looking at my nails. They're fucking so nasty. But anyways, um, yeah, this month it's just been kicking my ass, and it's just what the fuck, But I always like have my faith and hope. I remember feeling like this actually a few years ago. Um, 2012. That's when I lost my best friend Albert. He passed away in June 13th of 2012. Is it oh my god, I'm so bad. Yeah, it was 13 or the 14, but I remember shit at this point. I think it might be the 15. Anyways, Albert, you know what's up. Um, I lost him. We lost him that that summer, the beginning of the summer, and I remember my world was black and white. I was feeling like what the fuck, like it was like you like a zombie, to be honest. Like I felt, oh my god, do I feel tears coming? I feel like, oh fuck, I do. I no, I felt like it was like I was a zombie. Like I felt like I was. Oh fuck, here come the tears. I wonder if all the plumbing works. But anyways, like yeah, we lost him. But I feel like a zombie. I feel like I wasn't the only one like feeling like that. Like we felt like the world was black and white. We have no idea. We can laugh. We had no idea of we should like what should we do or whatever. Like I just remember that night. Um, when he passed. The doctors called my phone because I was like the last person who texted him. I think I texted him. I'm like, I don't know if no, you probably know, like, well, anyways, but there was a movie called The Sasquatch Gang. It's like one of our favorite movies we used to watch, and I used to call him Hobie, because Albert was like, well, we were both heavy set, but I feel like he was bigger, low key. Anyways, but Albert, that was whatever, and so there was this customer, what the, this character called Hobie. um, so like I texted him like, "Hey, what's up?" Because we went to the hospital that night because he went to okay, damn, I'm like getting ahead of myself. He passed away because of an injury of his leg. He had like it was just like a leg injury. Okay, but you know, I'll explain more later. But yeah, like he was in a hospital. So the next day we went to visit him, and he wasn't looking good. He was not looking good for like a leg injury. Really? You're shaking in your sleep? It makes no sense. But anyways, um so we visited him and I texted him right when we left. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? We came to visit you. You were sleeping, but call us or text me whenever you get up. Maybe tell me if you want to. I can come over. I can stay there with you. Stuff like like all like that." And I'm like, "All right, man. I'll see you later, Hobie." So Hobie, I called him because of the movie. Um, and then like the doctors, I was the last person to text them, and the doctors text like called. They called my phone like around like 10 or 11. I'm like, "Hey, I'm looking for the parents." I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm actually his friend. I'm his best friend." Like, I'm like, "Do you want? I mean, do you want to tell me?" It's like, "No, I gotta talk to the parents." I'm like, "All right, best." So I give him the number of the sister, and then they called. Um, and I give the number. They called her. And because I remember her like calling me 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, and you know, I just heard her in the background, one of the other sisters, like screaming, screaming like no other. I've never heard a scream like that, but I always remember that scream. Um, I apologize for the dogs from the next door. I'm sorry, but it was yeah, I heard the scream, and then the sister told me like, "Hey," I'm like, "What's going on? Is he okay?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "What the hell? What's going on?" And then she told me that yeah, he's dead. That right there, I'm like, I feel right there, it's like when you die too. Like you feel like a little piece of you died. Like I feel like that was like my because he was my childhood friend. Like I remember when I was a kid, like hanging out with him. Not a little kid, but like maybe like in my you know late teens or whatever. But still, um, it's like a piece of you just like goes away as well. And I remember like feeling like very dark, and I remember feeling very not lifelike. Like I feel like I was a zombie low key. And what's I think scary for me is that this is how I'm feeling right now. And what's crazy too, my God, life is fucking beautiful, guys. Life is fucking beautiful. Okay? But it's just like if you allow the bad things, the bad energy to come in and consume you, bro, like that shit will fucking consume you, and God knows where it's gonna lead you. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. Like I felt it like with the first time with him, I felt it at the beginning of the year, and I'm feeling it right now. I don't wanna feel like that anymore, you know? Like, and it's just, like, it's so scary that this like, and this is depression because, like I said, regardless of what's happening or whatever, like, the good times, bad times, because we all have that, we all experience all that stuff, but, whatever it is, like, we always prevail. But I feel like I'm, like, dealing with this, like, dark cloud, and it's just it keeps coming back, and, it leaves and comes back, and it's just I don't wanna feel like that no more, like, I let all the anger go. I left all the bad things, I let it go, and then, like, for it to just to come back just like that, like, I just don't understand, and it just, like, I'm praying to God, like, "Hey, like, I don't mean to be emotional right now, but bitch, this is a fucking real life. People deal with this shit, and people are not as strong as me. I'm not saying I'm so strong, but some people are not. And it's like it's scary to like talk about stuff like this because you have no idea. You don't want to send out the wrong message. No. I'm the only message that I'm saying here right now, the only message that I am putting out to the world is that regardless of what the fuck you're going through, whatever the fuck is happening, that shit you can overcome all of that, but never, never let that dark cloud consume you. Don't let that dark cloud follow you every fucking where you go. Cause that shit is fucking powerful. That shit is gonna consume you. That shit is gonna like lead you to like a trail and thoughts of God knows what. I've been there. You don't want to go there. Okay. And if I record this and I send it out, I want people to listen to it and be like, bitch, you're gonna be okay. Regardless of what the fuck is happening, you're gonna be fucking fine. Okay, because a lot of people need to hear that. A lot of people need to hear that. You're going through a tough time in your life right now, but no matter what, you're gonna come through, and you're gonna be okay. Okay, don't give up. Okay, don't give up. You know, don't fucking give up because life is beautiful. Okay, life is beautiful. In life, you can make something out of yourself, and it's not too late to do things that you don't want to do. Wait, hold on. There, it is not too late to do things that you want to do. Sorry, I'm just like getting caught up. But no, but for real, like I really wish I had somebody like in the beginning to tell me like, bitch, you're fine. Everything's gonna be okay, bitch. Just keep on keeping, okay? But this is like I know I started off the podcast being very negative, which I'm still gonna be negative. One of the but like I know it's not typical of like what I talk about on the podcast, but lately it's just been me. So I do want to talk about things because who spends more time with me than me, the realest, the baddest. But anyway, like like I just yeah, sometimes I just be here by myself. I be relaxing, chilling, talking to myself, and you know there's some things that I do want to work on. There's things that I need to improve, and there's things that I like. It's not all negative. I do like myself, and I do feel like life is gonna get better. It always does. And, it just us being dramatic. No matter what happens, things will always get better. Okay, like it will get better, and then like, and you know what? Wishing when you wish for things. Be careful what the fuck you wish for. Because I remember saying, it's like, you know what? Oh my God. Like, you know what? If I start from like from the bottom, I'll be okay, Blah, blah, blah. And bitch, guess what? The universe had its kiss for me. No, but it's, I'm laughing about it because, like, I just wish, all I can do is just like talk to everyone and, tell everyone it's gonna be okay, even though I'm like the primary reason why we're probably in this situation. But it's just really good, guys. Sorry. Um, no, but things are gonna get better in life for everyone, and all we need to do is just like hold God's hand. It's not gonna happen next week, next month, or shit. It can be next year. But regardless, there is a God, and He does listen. He will listen to us whenever we need Him. You know, damn, I really sound like I really turned my life around. But guess what, bitch? I'm still the same. No, but no, yeah, it is just like that. But anyways, back to my Albert story. Like, yeah, he passed away. It's been you do the math. It's 2020, 2012. Yeah, and he was like the best person ever. And sometimes I talk to him when I need to talk to him, and yeah, and I feel like he does hear me. I know he's like up there right now, like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. You're like saying too much. But it's fine. This is my life. Like, there's a lot of things, like, I do still want to talk about and want to go into, but it's, it's what it is right now. God, I love this mic. ASMR. But yeah, it is the middle of August. Damn, we're fucking ready. And it's about to be September. You know, life. What is life right now? But yeah, like, sometimes, in life, you can choose to be happy or to be sad. Not that one meme and shit of the guy in the bus looking out the window or looking at the wall. I'm choosing, when I get my smile back, it's over for you bitches. And that's gonna be real, real soon. I just like to be dramatic, I guess, and this is what it is. But next topic, please. It's not a topic, but um I was scrolling through Facebook dating again, guys. Oh shit! Sorry, that shit fell. My- uh, I was scrolling through Facebook dating, and I matched with somebody, and I started talking to somebody. Somebody was prior to the podcast, last podcast actually. Um, let's call him Troy. Let's just call him Troy. Um, so I matched with Troy, and you know, we were talking actually when I was in Lollapalooza. We were talking, everything was cool with him. I don't want to get into details, but he was cool. He was nice. He was good. No. You know what? I'm not talking shit. We, I told him to block me when I was in Lollapalooza. I was fucked up. I talked about it. Go listen to that one, the woke Lollapalooza episode. And then come back over here. And then whatever, he reached out again because he heard that I talked about him on podcast. Can we say narcissist? So anyway, no, no, but I talked about him on the podcast, and then like he came back. We were talking. I was talking to him like on the phone, FaceTiming. He was a good guy. He was really, he was he was nice. A little weird. And I am sorry, Troy. Like, come on. What you told me was kind of weird. And if somebody would have, like, or you would have told that to somebody, they would have had the same reaction. Like, I know you told your friends or whatever, but it was kind of, it was a little bit too much. And you were telling me things like left and right, throwing it in my face. Like, I'm like, oh, like, damn, like, I don't know, like, you know, let's just say that. No, I don't even want to say that either, because what if they, you know what? I don't want to say it. You know why I want to say it? Because, like, I already have some bad luck, and I'm not about to bring those little motherfuckers over here. No, let's just say that he believed in what some other people believed that people join or whatever. Just that. But anyways, but he was just telling me stories and people that he used to hang out with, and well-known people that he was just telling me stuff like that. And to be honest, Troy, when you were telling me this stuff, I'm like, number one, it's like, are you okay? Are you good? I need to know. Like, or do you really believe these things and you're just psychotic? You know? So, yeah, that was and I'm like, he was just telling me this stuff, and I'm like, "Damn, Troy, like, I don't know. I don't know." So that's why I feel like I was being weird with him, but we did have a good conversation. That's the thing, though. If you would have not told me anything about that stuff, bro, we would have been right now talking. But then again, I'm just like, I don't know, like, maybe not. Um, but, you were, cool to talk to. You were cute and all. But those stories you were telling me, it scared me off, and it's just like, damn, like I can't. So we're not talking anymore. He blocked me. I told him to block me from everything because it's just like we were just arguing, and it was just fucking weird. And I'm just like, you know what? Let's just end this shit right now. But with that relation, well, that wasn't a relationship. But the thing is, I'm like now, like earlier, I was in my room, I was watching the Rugrats movie actually. And I was just like chilling there. I'm just like, oh shit, my childhood. I actually don't want to throw that in there. But when it comes to relationships, I always refer to the other pods. I I I want to talk to people and I do want to date, but I don't know, man. It's like I don't want to meet somebody and then like they look at me and be like, "You need to get your shit together first, and then maybe you can talk to me," which is fucking valid, fucking valid. Like, how about you fix yourself first, mentally, physically, and all that stuff, and then come back and we'll see what's up. I feel like that's what the universe is telling me. Like, you know what? Right now, you're cool, but let's fix ourselves. Let's be a little more stable. Get your motivation up. Like all that, and I feel like later on you'll find somebody or whatever. So I feel like that's what the universe is telling me. Because even with the Facebook dating, I'm not matching with nobody, and that doesn't happen. I always match with somebody. I always talk to somebody. It's just like, what is happening in the world? Like, am I not am I not it anymore? So I'm like having those thoughts too. So I'm like, you know what? This is the universe telling me, like, you know what? Bounce back for like a second. Like, look, not bounce back, but like chill back. And then maybe like in a month or two or whatever, come back with some fire ass photos, post those motherfuckers, and be seen. I feel like that's gonna happen, yeah. So that's what is gonna happen. I'm gonna chill, work on myself for maybe like a month or two, and we'll come back around and see, hey, maybe what is this dating world happen? Like what can we do about this stuff? Or does not sound good at all. Anyways, whatever. You guys are lame for not saying shit. Guys, ladies, gentlemen, uh, what is going on with us? With me? I know I still have that spark in me. I just haven't used it in a while or let it come out. Or maybe I'm just really am bored with things, but I need to fix that. I need to change that. And I'm gonna change. I'm gonna try to change, because what if I say I'm gonna change and I don't change and it's just like whatever. But it's gonna be amazing. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just a little rant, things I wanted to say. Once again, I do want to say I offended people in the past with several podcasts, and that wasn't cool. And regardless of how I felt during those times, I do apologize, and I know it's gonna take a while for people to forgive me, and I'm okay with it, and I understand why. But for the outside people coming in and putting their 2 cents, you guys have no idea what the fuck is going on. And we're good, honestly. We're good. And that's all I need to say. You know, keep having faith. What the fuck? Keep having hope and faith. Be positive and just see what's happening. I don't know what the fuck was. What the fuck was that? Hold on. Who the fuck do I think I am? Wait, hold on. What? Wow. Anyways, like I was saying, guys, regardless of what the fuck is happening in the world, we're gonna be fine, all right, bitch? That's what it is. And for the outside people, fuck you. That's pretty much what I gotta say. The outside people, not the inside people. If you know what I'm talking about, but the outside people who do not live here or do not or not around us 24/7. You guys have no idea what the fuck is happening to any one of us. So shut the fuck up. Listen to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast, retweet the podcast, send to friends and other friends, and let's make this shit grow. You guys are here. We're here. You guys want the drama? Well, guess what? You got the drama. That's so lame. That is lame too. What the fuck? All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in into the Problematic Podcast. Problematic Pod. This podcast is problematic. Thank you so much, guys. And on the next one, see you then.
This is a public service announcement. If you're hearing this, then you're part of the problem. This podcast is problematic. Let's go.